Hey yo, DC fans and Marvel fans. Welcome to Here's the Juice. And I'm feeling pretty happy and pretty stoked today because we just came out the screening of Shazam.
Shazam.
I will be your young host for tonight, David Lucas Shazam. And with me today is a fellow nerd and friend, Bradley Shazam Chowace. Oh my god, we're going to be spoiling the shit out this movie.
Yes,
so
spoilers,
if you haven't seen
alerts.
it, go back to our predictions, watch that first, and then come back and watch our Shazam review.
After you've seen the movie, unless you wanted to spoil it for yourself.
Exactly. Think about that. Food for thought. But I walked out the theater feeling real good.
Yes.
Real good. I'm really happy, and I'm like, I feel happy for DC that they're actually getting more wins than they get. You know, like it's like
Definitely.
It's-
Definitely this movie
it's
was
good stuff. Right after Aquaman, people are thinking like Shazam might not do so good. If they are, it's still not gonna make as much money. But I'm feeling Shazam's got this. Shazam's got this.
Definitely putting up a good fight.
And you didn't know what to do. Well, I mean, what to expect when you went in.
Yeah, exactly.
But how do you feel coming out? That's the question.
Okay, so yeah, like he said, going in, I didn't know nothing about it. But watching the movie and like just experiencing like that sort of atmospheric, it was just, I don't know, it was exciting. I was excited because I know that DC's finally doing well, and they're doing good, and they're gonna be giving us more good stuff now.
Right.
Which is a good feeling because. Damn, DC, like you had a good chance in the beginning, but now you're like doing it right. That's what I'm happy about now.
Yeah.
The movie was definitely like out of like left field for me because I didn't know who Shazam was.
Right.
And like I came out and I was like, oh god, and this guy's got like a comic, right? So I took a read through that and yeah.
Well, the thing is like, from the trailer, I think we were sort of worried that it's a comedy, right? We thought the best comedies were going to be shown in the trailer. That's what I was scared of. But turns out there's a lot more funny scenes in there. Like I couldn't stop laughing. Like, and I thought like Zachary Levi was not gonna be like as funny, but he really played it pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause that was one thing I was worried about was when I seen the trailer. I felt like he was like almost overly childish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, this is like. You're playing it too hard, right?
Yes.
But once I saw the film in contrast of what the film was, like and what it is, I was like, oh, this is exactly like what they were going for, right?
And then like I think that sort of like made the movie better.
Yeah, it definitely like it showed it just showed the better contrast between the two.
Right,
like
right.
the contrast between the characters, right? Shazam and the kid character.
Did you like the family in there?
The
foster family.
The foster family?
Yeah.
Definitely they were pretty cool. I like the aspect that they were doing the sort of family, sort of broken family aspect of it all, and how he was kind of like the outsider at first, always running and stuff.
Right.
But towards the end, he ends up learning the real lesson of the movie is like the family you choose, right?
Yeah. And I actually, like, in the trailers, I was so worried that also the family was going to be an annoying part of the movie. But turns out, it's like, one of my favorite parts is just each of the characters, the little sisters, the little brothers, all had a part to play, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's a pretty generic origin story, but it's a pretty effective one. It's really effective.
And it's really fun.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of fun stuff, but sometimes it hits you right here, being like, it's all about family.
That was the craziest part of the movie.
Like, it's really simple, like, this kid's got no family, but, like, it hits you hard when a lot of scene comes up with the mom.
Oh, that was the saddest part. Like, because the movie, what it did to you is, like, you could be sitting there, like, laughing and laughing and laughing, and you're like, holy crap, like, this is pretty funny. And then all of a sudden, like, not even a scene or two later, you're like, whoa.
It's
like,
pretty.
It gets a little heavy, right? Not through the whole movie, obviously, but like there's certain points where it's like you're laughing, and then all of a sudden it just, and then you're like, you feel for the character.
Yeah,
right?
it just feels like.
And it doesn't seem like it's jarring or anything. It kind of like transitions you nicely into, like going from like laughing, and then you're like, whoa, like okay, now I need to pay attention. Like what? Whoa,
All the siblings in there were really funny. I love that they have the guy from the little kid from Fresh Off the Boat is in there too. I'm like, yes, he gets a part there, and the kid from what's the movie Pennywise? It.
Oh,
he's in it too.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I thought I recognized him.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in it.
I never seen a little girl act, but she's really good.
Yeah.
She's super sweet, and like I always feel like, wow, that's the type of little
Her
sister.
scenes in the movie too, they're just
Yeah.
super like just earnest and like
Right.
hits you right there.
What'd you feel about the villain though?
The villain.
Yeah, the villain.
I thought it was like some pretty cool like battles.
You liked it?
The air. In the
Okay.
air when they go like all superhero,
Uh-huh.
because in my opinion, like that's like hard to pull off in some movies, right? To do that superhero fight in the air like they do in the cartoons or on the TV show.
Yeah.
That's hard to pull off, right?
Right.
Like no one's ever gonna do it like perfect.
No.
First time I seen it actually done almost like, you know, to something I liked was in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So seeing this in this fight, and he's like, this villain is like fucking in an over. Oh. I tried.
We got the swear jar or the Shazam jar. for
Shazam
today.
jar for
Yeah.
Tuesday. Shazam!
Shazam!
But I thought it was really cool how like the villain was like in an overcoat and they're like flying around the city and like, you know, that whole like
Yeah.
fight sequence for me was like, yes, this is like superhero to the max. You know, like,
Right.
This is like
Yeah.
superhero fighting what I want to see out of a superhero fight.
And like I said again, like the superhero is pretty like mediocre in this one. It's just like another guy who wants to take over the power. He wants power. But like I guess they give him a easy backstory that he was treated badly, so he wants to take
the
on.
villain.
Yeah, he was treated badly, so he wanted to like, you know, do harm to other people because he was also harmed. He just wanted power.
Sort of like
right?
revenge almost.
Yeah, but like it's weird because like Billy Batson is also like that type of character. Like, he was abandoned.
And he was like come from a broken.
But he just
past
comes.
and-
Maybe that's why he was chosen with a better heart, because he comes up better than he did. You know?
Yeah.
He's not like trying to get power out of everybody. You know.
And like the people around him too, like the people that like eventually surround him, show him like different types of love, right?
Yeah.
And like it's like for him at first, it's kind of like I'm not used to this, right? But by the end, it's like that's the main message that he was supposed to learn. Like his whole character arc was like how to accept the help and like the family.
Yeah, and it's like it was kind of like, even though he was in his like adult size, he was talking to his sister saying that if you families for people who don't need help or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, because that's what he was brought up thinking.
That's what,
his
like
opinion,
he
right?
had to be independent and strong on his
But
own.
in the end, it's about like having the family together to make them stronger. That was
Yeah.
like about the thing. It's like you get the thing. You get so if you saw it, you get all the Shazams out there, man.
Okay, so can
You
we
got
talk
Ross
about that?
Butler, yeah.
Can
You
we
get
talk about that for a moment?
yeah, you get all the whole family.
So that
Shazam,
was
yeah.
another one of my favorite.
Yeah, it was
scenes
pretty
because
cool.
it was unexpected.
You didn't. See
I
that
kind of
coming?
expected.
You didn't
it.
see that coming?
I didn't see it coming, but I kind of had it spoiled for me beforehand. Because I
Really?
seen like a headline saying that the toys ruined the ending of the movie.
Oh, so you saw the merchandise?
Yeah, I didn't see the merchandise personally. I just seen a headline saying that the merchandise, and I saw a picture and I scrolled it right away. So I kind of like, but then when I totally forgot it while I was watching, and then when like the part came up, I was like, oh yeah, and then Shazamly,
That's
like the whole Shazam family. It was pretty cool.
Like I started to notice like, why are all these kids so close to the battle scenes? I'm like,
And
okay,
the main-
I think I know what's going to
yeah.
happen right now. And like he's getting all the kids to hold on to the sticks. Yeah, I think I know where this is.
and that was like the whole.
we get to
thing
see
of
the
movie.
Shazam family. Like what the hell? It's like
was
wow.
crazy.
But I'm guessing I think this is the last time and the first time we see them like ever. I don't think they're ever gonna come back.
I don't
just
know.
because
I'm hoping they do. That was cool.
it's cool that they come back, but if they won't come back just because in the future sequels of Shazam, I'm guessing they're gonna just mainly focus on Shazam, not the whole family.
Yeah.
Because if he goes to Justice League or something else, it's just gonna be him.
Like me and the Shazam, they need to.
I don't know if they're gonna call it Shazam family. I don't know, but you were saying you like the fight scenes in there.
No, not all the fight scenes. I see the superhero fight scenes.
Well, so yeah, that is the action scene.
No,
You mean
there
action
was
scenes?
I guess there was more action scenes than that.
Honestly, the action scenes weren't the strongest in this movie, but like I was fine with it because I was more into the story and the comedy. I was there for pure fun comedy, just like this guy, man. He's just there with his popcorn. I'm just there to have a good time and relax and watch a superhero movie, you know? Because we're in an age where we get 2 Captain Marvel movie now. Just think about that. We got 2 Captain Marvel movie this year. Like that's weird. We're in a world of wonders. Yeah.
Maybe explain to them why there's 2 Captain Marvel movies in 1 year.
Well, I mean, like Captain Shazam was back in DC was called Captain Marvel, and then later on they switched to Shazam because they were competing names with the Captain Marvel and Marvel Studios. Yeah. But her name was also called Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. So that was confusing the comic book readers, but now you know there's 2 Captain Marvel movies this year. That's how ridiculous the world is, man. We're very blessed.
That's crazy.
We're very blessed to have a lot of
crazy.
movies, yeah. But you say you like the lore, you like the messages in this movie, eh?
Oh yeah. So like right off the hop, like they lead you into like this, you know, obviously the build up of the villain, but just like as soon as he gets to that like whatever's the Rock of Eternity or whatever,
Yeah.
As soon as he steps onto that set, I was like, okay, I'm invested. Like what's going on here? You see these big menacing statues like, you know, along the rock wall, and he's like looking at all this stuff, and then you know the Shazam fucking wizard comes out, and sorry to spoil it, but like that part for me, I was like, okay, now I'm invested because this sounds like it's an ancient story or it has to do with like like mythology or something like that. It's something I'm a big fan of, right?
Right.
So as soon as I saw that, and then they started explaining like the use of the 7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
And then the 7 deadly sins are on like
just there
on like
chilling.
statue form, right? Encased in like rock or whatever the hell, imprisoned.
Sorry, I didn't like the way that looked, but you said you did.
Oh yeah. The sins, right?
Yeah, the sins came out.
The sins. I thought like maybe not all of them, but I definitely did like the one with the wings.
Yeah,
because that reminded me so much of like 90s gargoyles and stuff like
exactly.
that. But even just like compared to all the other ones, that one was my favorite just because the other ones.
I wanted to see more color on them.
More color
because they all seem like. I couldn't tell which one was which when they were fighting people, right?
Besides
the one with the wings.
That was one thing that I couldn't really understand was like which one was greed, which one was like envy, which like
it just kind of like all mixed in a bag, and now you're just seeing a bunch of like rock characters fight a bunch of Shazam people.
Like obviously you could tell which one Gluttony was, right?
Yes,
it's like
he's just one fat guy trying to walk around.
Belly opens up and like
it's like a goddamn boomer.
So it's like Gluttony, that's obvious, right? But like I can see how it was a little hard to tell because I couldn't tell which. I don't even know which one that big guy was. Like I'm thinking he's Pride, you know, because he stood there all the time. Like
maybe, or maybe he's just like a slut or something. I don't know what you say. Yeah,
maybe could be.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'm really happy that they named out the Shazam acronyms in the movie. Did you catch that?
Oh yeah. That was a cool part because I never knew that before.
Is that his name was a play on words?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Could you name it here? On YouTube? Could you name it on? Yeah.
I could definitely try. I don't know if.
Well, you start. I'll finish.
Okay. First one.
We'll start with S.
Solomon.
Yes.
Solomon. Knowledge of Solomon, right?
Yeah.
H. Hercules.
Yeah.
It was Hercules. The strength of Hercules.
Right.
A. There was 2 A's. Atlas.
Right. The first one's Atlas.
Yeah. The stamina of Atlas.
Right. Yeah. These are all the powers he gets. Yeah.
Zeus. The power of Zeus.
Yeah, the power of Zeus. Yeah. You're getting it, man. You're getting it. 2 more.
Achilles.
Yeah.
The courage of Achilles.
Yeah.
Because that's like represents his heart. And M. Oh, this is the part I had a little bit of confusion with, but it was the speed of Mercury. So the part that confused me was like they obviously went by Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And Mercury is actually from Roman mythology, but like I can
same gods but just different.
Same god, it's just different names.
Yeah, different names.
The Romans named him Mercury.
I get that. Yeah. I get that.
But that was the only thing I was like, what? But like it still makes sense, you know, because that's all the powers that he encompasses.
Right.
Which is actually I see that just the mention of like mythology in the story, I was already invested. So when they did the little reveal where they tell about the champion and like I was like like you know into the movie like okay this is like you piqued my interest now.
Was there any part of the movie that you felt like it was sort of like bad, or is completely this is 100% all positive thoughts on this movie?
I felt some of the comedy didn't hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of it was a little like they were trying to make you laugh, but like you know I didn't laugh. But
I was laughing hard.
But a lot of the other comedy scenes too did make me laugh as well.
Yeah.
So and that was one of the things that I was worried about, that it was going to be too funny. You know what I mean? Like too much comedy. But it was just enough, and like the way they contrasted it with like the darker emotional scenes,
family themes. Because
that was another like it almost like I was like, you know, when he goes to see his mom and she like turns him away and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's like not only did he like look up to you as like his hero when he was little and look for you his whole life, but when he finally finds you, you tell him that you willingly left him. Like that was like I was like oh.
And we gotta say something about the mom that left him. Like, she does not look 17. That lady,
she was supposed to be 17.
That lady
back
don't
then,
look.
and then
She looks the same
in the apartment. Yeah,
she doesn't age, or she's just old as hell. I'm not gonna try to swear here. She just looks old, man. This lady needs to get something,
so that was pretty.
Yeah, that was
interesting take on it.
Cool. I was gonna ask you if you get to choose flight or invisibility. That's a question that's been asked multiple times.
That's
now.
the topic of the evening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with flight. Definitely flight. Who doesn't want to fly?
Is it because you want to fly away from this podcast? Is that why?
No, it's just like I've always wanted to just fly.
That's it.
Dreams, like every time I dream and I become lucid in my dream, that's the first thing I try and do. Obviously you can, because you start to fall and get scared, whatever. But like for that little bit, I can fly, right? So I think I would pick flight.
I think invisibility.
Invisibility?
Not because I'm a perv, but I just want to be invisible sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Because like the whole time I'm watching a movie, if we got the powers like Shazam, we'll be doing the exact same dumb stuff as he is. Going to like
testing him out.
Yeah, testing our power, see how far we can go without chopping our hands off. Go to the ATM machines, getting all the cash.
And then they have like Xbox.
Yeah, and basically do like a fireworks show off my fingers. Basically do like lightning shows. That's the type of shit I will be doing. Like really dumb stuff. Like like testing ourselves, see how far we can go, and get away with some crap like bullet immunity. Like what the hell? Shoot this guy in the face. Yeah.
Wait, in the face?
Yeah, like stuff like that. That's what we will be doing. We get ourselves killed. Out there. Yeah. But there's just the comedy it's great.
It's good.
I loved it.
It was a nice mix.
I loved it.
It's definitely a nice mix.
Speaking of which, we should talk about the end credit scenes. What did you think about that? Because I saw his eyes lit up when he saw a little bit of a Superman coming through.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that part caught me way off guard because there's been talks like that these universes are now going to be like not shared, and they're going to be like single solo movies, right?
Yeah, standalone.
But at the end, he's like, because during the movie, you have to kind of like explain what happens. Like during the movie, the kid goes to like tell all his friends and his bullies that, oh, I'm friends with, fucking Red Cyclone or whatever his name is. And he's coming to lunch tomorrow, right? He doesn't show up. Obviously, it causes a rift between the two friends. And that's like the conflict in the film, right? Part of the conflict. But later at the end of the movie, he kind of keeps to his word. Yeah. And the kid, he goes to lunch and he's still kind of a loner, right? He sits down, the kids leave, and then all of a sudden his foster family come in, the Shazam. They come in and they sit with him and they're like, wait, what's going on? Like, we don't have lunch at the same time. And they're like, oh, and then all of a sudden Shazam finally comes through on the promise, right? He shows up for lunch. All the kids in school go crazy. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, he kind of like kept to his word, right?
Yeah.
But then the part that really got me is he's like, oh, I brought a friend. And then guess who walks in? The fucking man in blue. Big old American Boy Scout Superman walks in.
We see Superman walk in, but we don't see his face.
Don't see his face. You see like cut off from the head. But you see the muscular Superman like dun 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 dun.
So I bet that was Henry Cavill. But I said like they had to cut off his face because he's not gonna be Superman for the next few movies.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they were just using his body. Yeah. He was in it, but just purely body now. Yeah. Which is cool too. I mean, that's even better. I think that's better.
Yeah, it leaves it kind of like ambiguous because then like if they are in the midst of recasting the Superman, then you're not putting an image in people's head that it's still Henry Cavill, right?
How about the end credit scene?
The end credit.
Yeah. Which one? The one with the where the guy's Mark Strong is in his cell and then you see the Worm talk to him.
Oh yeah. I thought actually that was gonna be like a nod at Black Adam.
I thought Black Adam was gonna show up
because I thought like just because there's a mirror shot, right? And then in the mirror you kind of just see
the bald head,
and I was like, oh, it's the Rock.
Yeah,
it's Black Adam, and then all of a sudden it's the villain.
I wonder why they didn't show Black Adam more. Like
I think maybe they're like saving him,
or like they don't have the plans just yet. Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're just like, let's leave it ambiguous for now.
But
let's bring him in later. Obviously, we're bringing him in later.
Right, and I'm thinking like after this movie, after this week, I'm pretty sure this movie's gonna get greenlit a sequel.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
I'm
like DC
thinking
needs
about
as many positive movies as they can to go at it, right?
Yeah.
And now about the end credit scenes where you see the goldfish like he takes a nod out like Aquaman.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's like little shots at like their own almost their own films, right?
And you see a lot of kids wearing like Aquaman t-shirts, like
Superman.
Batman bags,
And like
stuff
there's
that.
kids like playing with the toys and
Yeah.
like there's even one scene where they go in the toy shop and it's like all like DC toys.
DC,
He's like
merchandise.
throwing Batman. Get him, Batman. I'm Batman.
Yeah. That's
Fun
just
stuff.
awesome.
Fun stuff.
I love this.
It's fun stuff. It makes you feel like DC's got a good grip on what they're gonna do next.
Yeah, and I think they did a really good introduction to Shazam, even though it's like a not that known property. But the way they set it up is like the next hero, almost like the top tier hero next to Superman, Batman.
Well,
You know
there's
what I
even
mean?
that one scene with the kid, right? Remember
Yeah.
I was telling you right after the movie, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's this one scene in the movie where this kid's literally like playing in his room and he's like, like he has a Batman toy and he has a Superman toy and he's like, like fighting them, right?
Yeah.
And then outside his window, it shows Shazam and the villain.
Bam.
Right away, the kid drops the toys
Yeah.
and like looks out the window and is like, oh, that's my new hero.
And like the way he looks at the Shazam
Yeah.
is like, oh, a new hero's here.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's like a little nod to like, here's the two mains of DC, but let's.
Imagine they, dude. I think Shazam. Imagine like he goes to Justice League. It's just be him, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman.
That would be pretty.
That'd be
pretty
crazy.
team.
I mean, in the movies they switch it up, right? Like that'd be crazy.
Well, the
Shazam's-
teams are always switching, right?
Yeah, and I'll be like, whoa.
Was Shazam ever on the Justice League?
Well, he was on the Justice League like Unlimited. That's what I remember.
So one of them. Well, he was on one of them.
Yeah, he was on. He was on there. He
So,
was on-
but mainly he's like his own, like
yeah,
taking care of his own thing.
right. Yeah. So let's end it with. You think this movie got juice?
I think it's got some juice.
Yeah. How much?
If I had to
How
give
much
it,
juice?
if I had to give it a juice rating, I would probably give it, maybe like some apple juice.
Apple juice.
I really like apple juice.
Small box of apple juice.
No.
A
Like
big
one of those
brown.
like
Yeah.
jugs of apple
Yeah.
juice, like those big jugs.
Yeah. I think
Because I like apple juice.
that's good.
And I like this movie.
I love this movie. I'm gonna give it like a. I'm gonna give it a beer juice. I like beer and juice. I'm gonna give it like a big ass barrel. This big. That's how much juice. Like
That's some juice.
The other Shazam movie got this amount of juice, but this one's got this amount of juice. If you know what I mean. Like it's a big A. Yeah.
That's a win for DC in my books.
Yeah, thank you for tuning us with this Shazam review. And don't forget to check out our MCU Top Rankings Part 1. It's on now. And tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to be dropping our Part 2 for MCU Rankings. Also, check out my little brother, Mr. Chan. He's doing a Detox Sunday, audio only, Spotify, Google Play, and iTunes. And I just want to say this one last time. Say my name. Shazam! Okay.